Now the poll voting for Madden Redzone, it will only be Sunday's games. Primetime games like Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night games. Go to this YouTuber for those games like Ravens. These games we're gonna see. Let's go to kickoff, shall we? The Giants, they gave Daniel Jones a new contract, so I got mad and decided to.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go live to the...
As we'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Williams. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Here's Jackson to return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
Now time to go live to the rookie from Michigan, Jay McCarthy.
Pass complete. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it. They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone. You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there. On 1st and 10, McCarthy. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, McCarthy. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And that's a
play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
A couple of score alerts.
Right now, Master Surgeon at work.
Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan.
Here's 1st and 10 for Jaguars. Fakes it to a 10. Lawrence throws, caught, and he is in for a touchdown. Evan Ingram gets the Jags their first touchdown of the new year.
Yeah, he fit it in there perfectly.
He is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield,
Lawrence fit it there
they
perfectly.
count on him getting additional yardage almost every time.
Nice.
And that's exactly
Ingram
what he did there.
getting wide
Caught
open.
that, ran with it all the way to the end zone.
Nat Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And Gay knocks this one through. But let's hit the scoreboard first. It's him back up. Even made it in finally, so naturally pretty good.
Make the play. And this one is right down in the middle. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer.
2 teams inside the 20, the Titans and Steelers.
Line, they wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side, from the offensive bit on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 13 yards out. And the Steelers will jump on.
Let's go live to the 3rd overall pick in the 2024 draft from North Carolina.
Downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down and 3. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. Still fighting. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle. And why is that? Typically either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, It gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run broke the contact and got some space. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's own defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the counter, it's Stevenson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
That the nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And they'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
Certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Now that to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and they add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here's Stevenson. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ramondre Stevenson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Score alert.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. This from 32 yards away. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field.
Texans are inside the 20.
And Stroud now to throw. This goes out wide from Mixon. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure...
This was just a preview. Subscribe.